more, man. There's a lot more I'm going to talk about. We'll be right back after this, man. Pickety peas. Hey, shake that ass, girl. What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy, Brady Sr. with the OMFL News After Dark, man. And, that boy back. But moving along, man, we're going to talk about 10 major improvements in the game. And, other than, some of what I've seen already on, gameplay and stuff like that. So some of the other things that they're going to put out this year, other than the home field advantage package. They're actually doing a coaching tree is being introduced this year. They're also adding, updating scouting for the Madden 22. Then, of course, franchise will include more than 35 new scenarios, which was a key criticism for the franchise mode in recent years. But, hey, in response to the EA community, they hired some high-level members of the EA community to help out with this game, and hopefully they do us justice. Halftime adjustments will add a bit of realism to the flow of the game. That is going to be something I would like to see what they actually have a presentation on. It says the Super Bowl presentation will finally be different. Thank you, Jesus. Because we need something different. Because, Lord, we know y'all was trying to regurgitate the hell out of that celebration. Super fans will be in the stadiums. And this is something that apparently back in the day in Madden 12, man. Madden 12, gentlemen. Think about that for a second. A decade ago. A decade in Madden, ladies and gentlemen. They bring in a feature back. But anywho, Face of the Franchise is back this year. They're going to kind of add some new features to that. New story mode and whatnot. Next-gen stats roll in for year 2. If you already know, Madden 21 on the next-gen consoles allows you to have some next-gen stats pop up on your screen to kind of give you that real-life realism, that statistic tracking and whatnot. So, I mean, we'll see. Now, I am a little bummed about the PC community. So the PC community is going to get technically a last-gen product in a new game. Yeah, I said that. You heard me say that right. You heard me say that right. So anyway, man, this is your boy Brady, man. I'll be right back after this because I got to find out what happened to my son's yogurt. Peace. Sheesh. Hey, what's good, everybody, man? If you made it this far into the show, man, it's your boy Brady Sr. giving you the OMFL News After Dark. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit that follow. Check us out. Hey, now let me quit playing. Yeah, man, here at the Grown Folk Community, man, we have a little bit of everything. Man, we have gaming, we have spiritual healing, and we have also, just an awesome community, man, of grown adults trying to, make the best of what they have. And it's real good. And right now, some random person, dog is taking a crap in my yard. Yeah, you gonna have to clean that up, fam. Yeah, Susie, you gonna have to get that shit up off the ground. Yeah, get your little baggie out. that clumps off my ground. I mean, he dropped all kinds of nuggetry. Get all of them. Anyway, man, it's your boy Brady Sr. Hey, hit us up, man. Hit us up, check us out. What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy Brady Sr., man, back at it again, talking some Madden 22. What we hope to see, what we will get. And already, bro, I've been up here acting a fool on the record. But anywho, man, so let's talk about the cover athletes. So the cover athletes were chosen. And, yeah, man, it's my homie, Patrick Mahomes, and Tom motherfucking Brady. All right, TB12 himself. D-Goat was out there for the photo shoot. And I said, D-Goat, but anyway, man, the GOAT and my homie got their photogrammies on for the cover of Madden 22. A lot of people wasn't all too happy, man, because, you know, they was throwing out teasers out there, you know, the GOAT photographs and all that. And, you know, Mahomes is good and all, but he ain't the GOAT. Okay, let's get that straight right now. If there's any quarterback GOAT ever in the game, it's TB motherfucking 12. Okay? Like, let's get it right now. Let's get it right. But anyway, my homies is good in his own right, but who else would you have selected for the GOAT edition of Madden 22? Who would you have chosen? Put it in the comments, man. Let a brother know. But we'll be right back after this. Hey, yeah. All right, man, welcome back. As you know, we getting close to the Press Pass Live with Nate. Hey, one of these days, man, I'm gonna have to get back on there with him, do the news, and then also get in there and talk live with Nate. But in the meantime, man, we are going in there, we talking about the 99 Club. 99 Club. And with that, we gotta say, oh no, is correct, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 99 Club. And we gotta talk about who we might see in there. Of course, we might see Mr. Mahomie. We'll probably see Travis Kelce. All right. Devontae Adams may also grace the presence. DeAndre Hopkins will also get in there on some of that action. Aaron Donald will probably be a 99. Aaron Rodgers, if he plays, will probably be a 99. And then Derek, stiff arm your soul, Henry will probably get a 99 overall rating. And yeah, man, I don't know. Tom Brady too old, man. I don't think Tom Brady will get a 99. Now in MUT, oh yeah, you'll probably get some 99 swag for Tom Brady. But Stephen Gilmore from the Patriots, Xavier Howard from the Dolphins, Myles Garrett from the Browns, and then like I said, man, T Bizzle, for shizzle my nizzles, might get it. But let me know in the comments who you think should be 99 overall. Come on, man, let me know. Let me know. Hey, let me know. Hey, let me know. Hey.
This is the OMFL.
You can't touch this.
And you're in the mix with Kinda Real Name. Here's another OMFL production.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to OMFL Media Days. I am so glad that you're here with us. My computer is having a bit of a meltdown right now because Nate forgot to reset the RAM before I got going. It's trying to reset right now, but that usually bogs it down for a few minutes while it does the reset. So things may get a little funky here, but hang in with me. I promise you it will be right back, and we should be golden here in just a couple of seconds. Though I'm super excited. OMFL Media Days has been a massive hit. I thought it was a cool idea, but not expecting the feedback that we've gotten. Thank you so much for those of you who've hung out with us the last two media days. Last night was a special hit, and honestly, so far with the guys who have signed up, this is probably the group that I'm most excited about because it's full of guys that either I've talked to a lot, and then one guy who I've talked to a lot, but via chat, and we haven't really talked on voice at all. And so I'm really, really excited. If you missed any of the other media days, make sure that you go and check those out. We had one on this past Saturday morning. So OMFL Media Days #1. We talked, not just because I want to say it, I'm going to completely forget who all was on there, but it was Winnivus. It was, oh, come on, Brain. It was Little... No, it wasn't. I don't. Go check it out. Okay, I'm messing it up already, but it was a really, really great show. And then last night's the one we had Winnivus. We had Winnivus, Raj, and someone else who I'm forgetting. The Rams coach. It's right there on the tip. Shocks. There it is. We had Roger, Shocks, and Winnivus, and those guys just blew it out of the water. It was really awesome. The chat was popping. It looked like there was a lot of conversations back and forth. We also have a poll up. It looks like this RAM is almost fully reset. I promise you, it's coming. And all this weirdness is going to cut itself out and clean itself out really quick. Anyway, there's a poll up. I'd like to know who you're interested in hearing from tonight. We've got Lost. He's going to come up here in just a second. He is now the owner of the Patriots. He's taken over for Bloop. Bloop has moved over to a new team. I got to figure out where Bloop is now because Bloop is just like the Patriots in my brain. Lost built an amazing roster in Philadelphia with the Eagles, one of the best drafters that we had in Madden 21. And then we're going to have my guy BigHurt come up. BigHurt has been the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for some time now. Life kind of removed him from the end of the cycle of Madden 21, but it looks like hopefully he will be back with us after his wife has a baby in early in the cycle of Madden 22. So I'm excited to hear about him and his team. And then finally, the guy who built a dynasty literally in one Madden. We got our guy Penguins coming up, and Penguins had an amazing Madden 21. And he and I were talking this morning. He seems refreshed and back, fully ready to go, and a good plugged in, refreshed, good space Penguins is always a really good thing to me. I thought this thing would be finished by now. I'm sitting here trying to spread it out and buy some time. I don't know what's taking so long, but it's having full meltdown mode right now, and hopefully it will get itself cleaned up here really soon. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in our first guy. Lostsniper. Lost earned a really special place in my heart. He was a fairly new owner. I think, Lost, you'll have to correct me, but I think Madden 21 was your first full Madden with us, and just jumped head first. And you're so funny, Scott Dakota. I don't know why I called you Scott, because that's the first name I seen come up. Anyway, Lost jumped right in head first, and just like, I appreciate guys who put their head down, get to work, don't complain, don't boo-boo, and just like figure it out. He was put into one of the toughest divisions in the OMFL, and he just did a really great job. Coach Lost, how you doing tonight? I'm going to turn it over to you for some opening statements about your new team, the New England Patriots.
And Mo. But, looking back, those three guys and you, Nate, and a couple other owners were extremely generous with their time and their suggestions. And it taught me how to work harder and be more creative in my play calling and my roster management. And so I think personally, I've come a long way from the beginning of the season and from a gameplay standpoint. And so, I expect to be in the mix for the division with Ross and Tim and Atwa.
Well, I'm excited to hear what you've got planned for the New England Patriots. Again, hands down, in my opinion, one of the best drafters. Dakota, I'm so glad that you're here. You see, now I am not the only Silver Fox here, and clearly, at least in the bottom third of looks of this league, Lost is going to be in the top half up there with Dakota. So, Lost, tell me, what are you most excited about taking over the New England Patriots, a roster that, man, they went out in real life and spent some money, but what are you most excited about with that team?
I'm happy to be building around an established secondary for once. So, Gilmore as a corner, and then my import Boss. I think I might have the best 1-2 combo in the league. That coupled with the running game, in the beta, I really liked the way the running game felt and how the running back angles were a bit more natural to me, felt more intuitive. So with a pretty decent O-line that the Patriots have, and those three running backs in Harris, White, and Michelle, I really want to be a top 10 running team in this cycle.
Was running the ball, this is a bonus question, was running the ball a focus in Philadelphia, or is it just something that this team is really going to lend itself to?
No, I think this team is going to lend it more than the Eagles did, and a lot of it too is my play calling maturity. You get impatient at times, and we've all been there. You tend to abandon the run when you're playing guys like D Wayne and you're down 21 to nothing in the first quarter. So, but no, I think guys like Denbrew and Lil Koch and these guys really taught me to stick to the running game, and that's what my focus is going to be.
Tell me, what is your biggest concern, Coach, taking over this team? Quarterback might be a little bit of a dilemma for you, but what's your biggest concern over there?
Yeah, quarterback, no question. And previous, with the Eagles, my previous drafts and free agency focus was all D. So, I'm most concerned about, flipping that on the O and, quarterback, wide receivers. The tight ends are okay with Hunter Henry and some other guys they picked up, but that's really where this team needs to be built from, is the offense. The D I'm pretty happy with. So I'm concerned about getting a primary receiver to join Aguilar and a couple of these other guys out there.
Coach Lost, what are some moves that you think you're going to have to make day one out of the box with this team?
I think Cam Newton's style may not match how I play. He's basically got one game for me to impress, and I would not be surprised to see Mac Jones get an early nod. And if that doesn't work out, I may be hunting. And I heard some of the other media days, guys like Deshaun was out there, and I may be looking to do an early pickup and make this team competitive.
I'm just saying Jameis Winston can be had pretty cheap. I mean, you and I can work that out. Last question for me, Coach Loss. You were really known for what you did with that roster. I know that the games didn't quite get there, but man, you were in some really tight, close games. You also were in the toughest division, hands down, in the OMFL. What are some of the lessons learned from Madden 21? You played the beta in 22 that you think will come with you as you take over the New England Patriots?
There's really two things, and I think number one for me is the play calling and reads. It really took last cycle for me to understand read progression, and taking the time and letting that play out, like kind of keeping that corner eye on your quarterback and watching that pass rush, and then also creativity on play calling. I think I got in a little bit of a rut at times and went back to stuff that I felt like I knew and routes that I knew. And once I started to flip the switch on that, I started winning, quite frankly. And I snuck into the playoffs that last season. It was pure fluke, but even in the summer league right now, I'm undefeated. And granted, guys aren't playing 100%. I get that, but I can see it come together.
I love it. Coach Lost, I honestly could talk to you all night. You cannot be a stranger. You are not allowed to be. You got to come hang out with us on Press Pass Live. Thank you so much for being with here. I'm pulling for you. I don't know how much of a help I was or wasn't in Madden 21, but if I can help you in Madden 22, I will gladly do it. We need about 20 more Lost Snipers in our league. So good luck in Madden 22, Coach. Thank you for being at OMFL Media Days.
Thanks, Nate. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, that's going to bring up our next coach. Now, this guy in Smash, if you stuck those two dudes in a room, you would not have to say a word the entire night. Those guys would just talk you to sleep. This man will not be a shortage of words, even though I did have to put him on a little bit of a leash since our guy Smash went like 25 minutes at the first OMFL days. I don't know why I forget who was on the first one. It's because System 8 Smash was the first one up out of the box, and he just talked and talked and talked. Let me welcome in one of my rivals, even though I don't know if that's right to say because he owns me most of the time. BigHurt of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Coach BigHurt, thank you for making time. I know you got a lot going on in life, and you still made time to do this. I deeply, deeply appreciate it. Let me give it over to you for some opening statements about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Hey, thanks, Nate. I appreciate it. Yeah, life has definitely been different for me this last year, but I'm looking forward to, playing some football and just getting back into the, Madden season and Madden grind. That is definitely one of my getaways for life itself. And, as you kind of already mentioned a little bit, life is definitely full bore since basically last launch with family, my parents, and some health things and getting married and moving and all kinds of stuff. And so I found out early this last year that my wife was pregnant, and so we got a baby boy coming, which I'm excited about. So yeah, I'm definitely looking to kind of pull myself back from how much Madden I've been playing in the last couple of years to focusing on one league, which I'm excited about because most Maddens I'm playing 3-4 leagues, and I feel like that kind of hurts me in a way. From rules to building a team and knowing certain things about that team. So definitely excited about that.
Well, Coach Hurt, you are another really great roster builder here. Very good on defense, but can also hang with the very best on offense. What are you most excited thinking about taking over a championship team in Tampa Bay?
I'm excited to see, how the team is on the video game aspect of things compared to what they put on the field like the end of last year. I know they were like 11-5 going into the playoffs and weren't the top team in the South during the regular season, but they definitely, got hot at the right time. And that's kind of always been my motto, is just get there and then let the chips fall how they may. But I feel like last year I made a few moves that definitely, benefited me, but also hurt me and kind of handcuffed me for the whole cycle. And that was getting Drew Lock early, because I know Brady was going to retire a season or two in, and so I went and got Drew Lock from the get-go and kind of groomed him to take over, and I stuck with it. But being that I did that towards the end of the cycle, money became pretty tight. So.
Yeah, I hate to tell you, I think money's going to be tight for you again, because Tampa Bay definitely spent some money. Coach, what is your biggest concern taking over this team for Madden 22?
First, you said it, money is going to be, managing a roster from a financial standpoint, but also staying competitive. And this team definitely has some age to it. Some of the veterans and stuff are in their upper 20s, lower 30s. And so kind of managing how we want to do this and whatnot from the get-go. So it's definitely going to be managing that cap. But I think the biggest thing for me is going to be away from the actual team aspect of things, is going to be a little bit of, I wasn't fortunate enough to score a beta code, so I didn't get to really play the beta. And I think from playing the next gen of last year's 21 game, the next gen game just played so much slower and so much different than the actual PS4 version, which is what our league was in. And I know that there's going to be some change, and I'm all for that, but it's just a learning curve. So I'm going to have to definitely put some time into that to get used to it and get comfortable. And with everything in life and the baby coming and whatnot, I'm kind of concerned about how much time, obviously. So I don't know. I feel like my team's ready to go for the first season, but I don't know that I'm going to be ready to go for the first season.
Coach, I think within 3 games you will get the feel of it, and it'll be just fine. Coach, tell me, what moves do you think that you're going to make right out of the box day one with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I think it's going to be a lot of similar moves to what I did last year, whether that's either trading for a young quarterback to kind of take over the reins when Brady retires, or drafting, in that first season draft. I'm going to have to get a quarterback, because Brady can only, play for so long. And I think the video game keeps trying to force him to retire, and he, in real life, is just going to continue to play. So we'll see. But I think that's obviously my biggest focus. But like I said a little bit, with the last question, is managing the cap and deciding which players are going to be worth keeping. Guys like Levante David and some of the key defensive players that are superstars, Shaq Barrett. It's going to be a decision of either holding on to them or moving them, but with reason of taking cap hits and stuff. So that's going to be the toughest challenge.
Coach, you are taking over a pretty young, athletic defense. There's also a lot of money invested over in the defensive side. How has that affected who you're taking with an import? And what are your overall thoughts about how you're going to have to build this roster, maybe different from Madden 21?
Well, my import, I felt like was reloading a position that I feel like I have some depth in, just because there is a lot of money tied up in that, and I feel like I could probably move one of those guys to, you know, free up some cap, but also get something in return to help replace some of the age in other positions. But so, I mean, that's kind of the import aspect of things. And then what was the second part of that question? Sorry.
Now, how do you think that's going to affect your roster, like whoever you're bringing with you, and then B, like how are you going to build your roster different, maybe compared to Madden 21?
So I feel like it's going to affect it because I'm going to have to focus on obviously making my team younger at some point. But and that's the goal. Is obviously I'm looking for the whole cycle. Like I said, I'm going to be. I feel like going into this Madden, I'm going to be a little bit different of an owner, just because I'm focusing on one league. So I feel like I'm going to maybe kind of take a step back and focus on a little bit more of the roster build rather than just playing as many games that I felt like I was playing a lot, But I just enjoy playing Madden a lot, and I enjoy playing it the right way. And I feel like a lot of the leagues that I was in was playing rules wise and structure wise was always solid. But this is one of my favorite ones, and it's been that way for a while. So I just want to stick to it. And I think my focus this year is going to be a lot like Lostsniper. I want to run the ball and play defense. That's kind of my motto growing up as a kid. That's the way we always played football. And I feel like, airing it out is, good, but it just speeds the game up and the game can turn quickly, if you don't take care of the ball. So it's going to be probably my biggest focus is just to run the ball and let my defense do their job.
Coach Hurt, bonus question. We've got your photo up, and so the question has to ask what position we played in football.
I played defensive tackle. I was also we played a 4-3 and a 3-4, so we kind of play a hybrid. So I played the end on the 3-4, and then I played the 4 technique defensive tackle. Before my knee injury, I was looking to go play some college ball, and I had a pretty serious injury that took three major surgeries and 1 minor surgery. That kind of took me out of the game, and I decided to be able to walk for the rest of my life. So rather than having a reconstructed knee multiple times.
No, that makes total sense. But looking at this picture, this is either an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. So I knew we were going to hit that. Coach Big, thank you so much for being with me tonight. I'm pulling for you, just not when you play me twice a year. Good luck with the baby. And we can't wait to see you on the field in Madden 22.
I appreciate it. I look forward to some good games and the rivalries, and it's always fun. So it's going to be a fun year division-wise, too. So we'll see you out there.
It'll be good. Thank you, BigHurt. There you go, BigHurt of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that brings up our last guy. I cannot wait. I told him before we got going, he was already hated because he won so many championships in Madden 21. And as soon as I put this Casanova Photoshop, like high quality photo with the chain and the jersey and the haircut, like people are going to just hate this guy even more. I'm just joking, of course. I'm talking about Coach Penguins of the Kansas City Chiefs. Coach, thank you so very much for being here with me. I'm going to give it to you for some opening statements about your dynasty there in Kansas City.
Thanks for having me on, Nate. The dynasty was fun. It was a great process. Learned a lot, but it was in the past, and I'm ready to start another one.
Dakota said, did he use a Snapchat filter for this photo? So I guess that's a bonus question for you.
No, I'm too old for Snapchat.
Well, Coach, what are you most excited about? And that feels like a loaded question with that team and your skill set. But what are you most excited about taking over the Kansas City Chiefs in Madden 22?
I think I'm really excited about building the team this year. They picked up a lot of people this offseason to really pick up for what they were missing in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay in terms of offensive line and a couple of veterans here and there. I'm really excited about the challenge of building around that and really filling that out and having, the starter roster off the jump, because last year I made the trade with Mo for Barkley and really moved a lot of their youth out of the picture, and having that back this time and being able to start off with a clean slate, my import, I'm really looking forward to building around that and seeing what I can do.
What are some of the bigger worries that you have with this team?
The biggest worry for this team is always cap, especially for me. It's always difficult because of the Patrick Mahomes contract and some of the veterans they brought in the offseason. And then all the guys like Tyrann Mathieu and a lot of the other guys, Chris Jones, a lot of their superstar players with those big contracts and those varying contract amounts year to year is really difficult to work around and really keep all the talent here and, build around that. It's the biggest challenge for me, and that's always something that's on my mind.
Yeah, that's you did a masterful job of keeping most of that team together in Madden 21 with little to zero cap, and so you should be commended for that, Coach. What are some of the moves you've kind of touched on them a little bit that you made in 21? But what are some of the moves that you think you're going to need to make in 22, come like day one, right out of the box?
I haven't really discussed any day one moves with any of the owners yet. I haven't really engaged in any trade talks with anybody. I have a couple things in mind that I'd be open to, but I think this year, without seeing all the ratings, but just going off their roster purely, I think I'd be rather content to feel it out in the first season with what they have and build around that. But obviously, if a trade opened up or someone was trading a piece that worked for me and I had a piece to go to them, I'd obviously entertain it and work with whatever was available.
Penguins, a two-part question here for our last question. Part one, how do you keep the ball rolling from Madden 21 into Madden 22? You were so dominant in Madden 21 with that offense and just a spectacular team on all fronts. And then part two of that question is, how do you keep the motivation going? Like, how do you keep yourself motivated when I know it's not easy, but you made it look easy and you were so dominant?
So to keep things going, I think it's a lot of challenging myself. I'm not content with what happened in Madden 21. It was a great Madden. There was a lot of accomplishments, a lot of rivalries, a lot of friendships, a lot of things happened for me in that Madden. But there's still more I want to do and still more I can grow and still more I want to do as a player and as a GM. And I always want to push myself and get better and better. And I see room to improve in a lot of things for myself. So that's one thing that I really am looking at. And in terms of what motivates me, I'm always motivated to be pushed. I like to be pushed by the owners around me. I'm in a really tough division, both team-wise and owner-wise. They all push me, and it motivates me to push them. It motivates me to build a good team, to be a good owner, and to really, contribute to the community as much as I can and, help others where they need help and just be a good owner. It really motivates me to keep going, and, the winning's great and all, but there's more than that.
Well, Coach Penguins, I'm your biggest fan here. I know that we had some tense moments last Madden, but we worked through them together as a team, and I'm pulling for you. I'm glad that you're in a good place right now, and whatever we can do to continue to help you stay there. Good, engaged Penguins makes us a much better league than one without you. So I'm glad that you're continuing with us, and I can't wait to see what your Kansas City Chiefs do, especially with all the movement in the league. It should make for a really, really interesting league in the first season, but I fully expect your team to be right there, not only contending, but probably winning more of those little OMFL trophies to stack around your house and frustrate your girlfriend maybe from all those little trinkets hanging out.
Yeah, she's quite the fan of them, but I appreciate it, Nate.
Penguins, you're the best. Thank you so much. And guys, that's going to wrap us up with OMFL Media Days. It has been another hit. This has been awesome. I was really excited about meeting with this group. My computer's doing a little bit of a meltdown, but hopefully it's not too bad on your side. I see my camera's a little fidgety right now, but we'll get it figured out one way or the other. So anyway, I appreciate you guys being with me tonight. The chat looks like it was popping for a Monday night. We will be back with you on Thursday night, then again on I think Sunday night. I have to look and see. I don't think we have a Saturday morning set up just yet. So a couple more media days, and then Sunday night after media days, Win and I will be there to break down all the new ratings that are coming out. I think we're gonna get full team ratings by the time Press Pass Live gets here on Sunday. So we'll have Press Pass Live to break down ratings, and we're gonna have media days that we can break down. Just lots of really fun stuff, and some OMFL news coming out over the next 2 days, not only about some of the wide receiver ratings that we got today and some ratings that we're going to get tomorrow, but also some PUBG news. So make sure that you come and hang out with us. Guys, thank you so much. I hope that you have a blessed week this week. I just dropped a new video on my own personal content. And so if you ever find yourself fighting, struggling with fear, being fearful of putting yourself out there, taking a chance, taking an opportunity, I got a scripture that I share with you in like literally a 3-minute video. So it's super short that will help you kind of combat that fear, beat that fear in your life. So come give it a listen. Guys, I love you. Have a great week this week. And I will be back with you on Thursday night for OMFL Media Days. So until then, God bless. Peace.